My name is Zaria Osimetha. I'm a senior and the president of Black Student Union. It was 2012, after the murder of Trayvon Martin, and the news coverage of the multiple nationwide protests was omnipresent. I sat in my living room, the George Zimmerman trial unraveling in front of my eyes. I was in the 3rd grade. As the not guilty verdict was announced on live TV, I watched my mom's eyes fill with tears. My mother and father, parents who had spent their lives struggling to keep me unaware of what they knew firsthand, that this country was not made for me. They tried relentlessly to shield me from the disappointing truth, and they succeeded for a moment. But all good things must come to an end, and that day, with the verdict of the trial, a piece of my innocence had been stolen. I am 18, just few months older than Trayvon Martin was when he was shot and killed. He was, as I am, a child, one with so much potential and so much life left to live. For the first time, at the age of 9, I understood that there would always be a target on my back for the rest of my life, not because of anything I did or failed to do, but solely because of my melanin. I struggle, still now, to comprehend the racism that is so deeply entrenched throughout our society and has been for hundreds of years. 9-year-old me cannot understand it, and 18-year-old me still cannot comprehend it. In middle school, I observed all the ways that I stood out. My chocolate skin, coarse hair, plump lips, and wide nose, features that are a testament to Black strength, then reminded me of what I might never be in America: safe. Each evening, I prayed for blue eyes and blonde hair. Each morning, I tried to stitch myself back together again, my confidence shredded by disillusion. I will always be what I have always been. Yet, I feared that accepting the truth would shatter my core, and so I buried my cultural and racial identities. Internal warfare tore at the deepest corners of my consciousness while I hid behind a facade of what I craved: whiteness. Though I denied it, Black skin will always stand out in the daytime. During my early years of high school, I adjusted my appearance in any way I could, hoping to blend in enough to escape the America's Most Haunted list. I changed my speech patterns, believing that eloquence would protect me from the suffocating noose of racial injustice. I kept my hands out of my pockets. I lowered my voice. I survived as my ancestors had so long ago, by adhering to the standards of white America. This feeling followed me for so long, until the summer before senior year. George Floyd's murder ignited a fire within me. Fear and exhaustion fused together and propelled me into action. I finally accepted what I had always known. I am Black, and I will always be seen as such. I now know that I will never be able to evade my identity. The only variable is whether I decide to live in my skin or to run from it, and I have decided to fight for my existence. This summer, I engaged on social media, presenting my experiences as a young Black woman in America, commenting on the deeply ingrained racism in our most antiquated systems, and encouraging others to educate themselves as well. And yet, it was not enough. Impassioned, I founded the Student Advocacy Coalition of Dallas, an organization created to educate the next generation in an effort to break the chains of systemic injustice. 6 months later, SAC has over 300 members, ranging from 9 to 18 years old, who are all learning to fight injustice through education. In reality, our engagement is minimal compared to the demons that we are battling. Racism still exists, alongside xenophobia, homophobia, and all other terms used to mask pure hatred. However, since SAC's founding, I have come to accept that if I can make even one teen feel comfortable in their identity, if I can prevent one student from washing away their sense of self, I have won. We have won. Our country as a whole has won. And it's not only because we are determined to win. When we reflect on determination, we often land on the hero narrative. An athlete competes for a title, and against all odds, they emerge triumphant. A mother, driven by the power of maternal love, lifts a car to rescue her children pinned underneath. It took me 17 years to realize that determination is a series of small decisions. Determination is choosing to appreciate yourself, claim your space, and live with pride in your identity. Determination is self-acceptance in the face of adversity, the decision to come as you are and stay for the person that you will soon become. As we near the end of Black History Month, I have found myself reflecting on my ancestors, remembering the figures who stood tall in the face of oppression: Malcolm X, Claudette Colvin, Sojourner Truth, Jackie Robinson. I could go on, but we would be here for quite a while. Yet none of these determined activists would have been able to further the culture of Black people without determination, self-acceptance, and a mission. I learned from them that Black existence is not only an expression of power and determination, but also truly a form of resistance. And to everyone, Black, white, or other, I would like to say this: choose to be you. And choose to see, and I mean really see, those who are in your very own community. Do not shrink yourself to fit within the bounds of someone else's expectations. Be determined to stand tall and choose to own your magnificence. Thank you.